Hi, I'm Allan Roberts. You're in the right place. This is where we learn how to do AI artwork, take the stress out of learning AI artwork, how to create it, have fun, an enjoyable time creating AI artwork. Today, generate artwork just like this. It's going to be very easy for you to do. It's not complicated, so don't get stressed out. It's basically just copy paste what I have on the screen. I'm showing you how to create these images right here. You can have these images for yourself in your own account on Midjourney. Do it in less than 30 minutes. Walk through this with me. I hope that you find this process enjoyable. Art is something that I've done most of my life. I enjoy sharing this with people. I hope that you find it enjoyable too, because this is supposed to be relaxing. There used to be a fellow on PBS. His name was Bob Ross. He used to paint oil paintings. He used to say, let's go paint some happy trees. And so it's more of a connection with the art process of creating that I want you to take away from this class, is that I want you to learn to appreciate how to draw, paint, appreciate what AI technology brings to your fingertips. Now, you don't have to have any skills to do this type of artwork, which is great because now I can open up my world of art to a larger group of people, connect with them on a one-on-one basis. The only skill that you need to have is the ability to copy and paste. So I'm going to show you that skill right now. In this class, I'm simply going to ask you to copy and paste. What that means is that you take the information, the words from this page, and you highlight those by left-clicking on the mouse. And then you right-click after you get it highlighted. You right-click on that, hit copy. Okay. Then you go to the other screen. Right down here, we're going to type in imagine, because this is the prompt that we need to use. You can click on it right here. Then we're going to right click again, paste. Okay, so that's all in this whole lesson, right? So if you can do that, if you can copy from my website page, paste it in this little box down here, write the word imagine in front of it, that's all there is to doing this class. So don't stress out at all. It's very simple. Just do that a few times with different words. There's no coding or understanding of any type of language or anything like that. It's just simple English language, a couple numbers. That's it. Okay. So let's get started with this. Before we get started, I just want to give you a little background about myself. I'm Allan Roberts. I have been doing art since I was in middle school. In 1989, I was a freshman in high school. I was accepted to go to the New York State Summer School of the Arts. I was one of the applicants who submitted my portfolio. They chose 100 out of 10,000 applicants. I was one of those 100 that got to go to this summer camp. This is where I really fell in love with the process of art. It set the path for the rest of my life. I'm now 50, so this was back when I was 14 or 15 years old. And so it's set the path ever since. I've always been on this path of art as my career. So after I came back from summer camp, which was a 6-week summer camp, I learned drawing, painting, all the things of art. I then finished high school and developed my portfolio even more. During high school, I started my own business where I had a silk screening airbrush business where I was actually drawing and painting on t-shirts. I was very successful at doing that. Then after graduating, I moved to Florida. I attended the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. I also was accepted at the Ringley School of Art with my portfolio, so that's how much potential I had at that time as an artist, was that I was accepted at the Ringley School of Art. It was just the price difference was one school was $60,000, the other school was $20,000. My family situation, everything, we got to pay for it, just didn't allow me to go to the Ringley School of Art and Design. Even though I wanted to go, I ended up going to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, making the best of it. It's the difference between a 2-year school and a 4-year school also. So I went to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. I got a job in advertising agencies. I developed $1 million campaigns where they grossed $1 million from the advertising campaigns. So I worked at different agencies. I did illustrations for magazine covers, laid out magazine colors. I did a number of illustrations throughout my career. I also learned how to do vector, which is creating outlines of artwork so that you can use them in different applications, such as cutting things out of material. And then I got the opportunity to actually be a graphic communications teacher. All right, so I was a teacher for 5 years where I taught graphic communications until budget cuts cut my program. I've always been in the art field. I currently am in the art field. I do web design, video production, all these things that are art related, design related. I've had a long history career in being a designer or an artist. And so I just wanted to show you a couple pieces of art that I created. Let me get it in the screen there. So this is oil painting of my dog, all right? My dog here. I painted with the brushes here in oil paint. And so this took me about 5 hours to do. I drew it from a photograph. I always keep up my skills. In the past, I was a little bit better. I'm a little bit rusty right now, but when I was younger, I was a little bit better. My eyesight was also better when I was younger. That is definitely a factor in. This is a cat of mine. This picture is another cat of mine, okay? I just wanted to show you those pieces of artwork, show you that I am an artist. I understand all the nuances of art, line, texture, value, tone, perspective, all the things that go into creating a piece of art. Color, design, composition, space, depth. All these things go into creating a piece of art. I hope that you fall in love with the process of making art just like I have over the years. I've seen the whole evolution of art from drawing with paper and pencil and paintbrushes to then going into the digital computer world where you're drawing on the computer, you're manipulating photographs, creating illustrations digitally, doing vector, which is outlines, drawings on the computer, just different applications, how to output those to different devices such as printers, cutters, and plate makers, how to get those exported out of the computer back into the real world. To now we have AI technology that can actually generate all these illustrations. We can free up our time, so it allows us the power capability to really get what's in our head, get it in an image format that we can share with the world. I spent years and years learning how to draw, going to classes and practicing, failing and improving my skills over time, tens of thousands of hours drawing, painting, and thinking, imagining, all these things. Now I'm able to use AI technology to get my ideas out quicker without the technical skill that an artist is required. I hope that you enjoy this process as much as I do. I hope that you take this next 30 minutes, you go through, you learn how to do this for yourself. It's very empowering. It's very stress relieving. You'll get as much joy out of it as I have over the years. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is go to my website at gallanroberts.com. Go to the URL that says Midjourney-image-prompts, then hit enter. It will take you to this web page that you see right here on the screen. You'll see this web page. It's called Mastering Midjourney Image Prompts in 2023. The date may change to 2024 beyond. The ultimate guide. This is where we do our class today. You follow it step by step. At the end of this process, you have images just like you see on the screen for yourself in your own account. You're going to know how to change the prompts, what we call image prompts. You know how to change those, get exactly the type of image that you're looking for, you're looking to create. Start with the very basics, how to copy and paste prompt into Midjourney, set up our account, then get started and go through and I'll show you how powerful this software is, how you can create these images in just minutes. Like I said, when I created my artwork that I just showed you about with my pets, it took me 5 hours each. This creates better quality images, in a fraction of the time. Instead of 5 hours, it takes you a minute or maybe 2 minutes to create these images. You can do different variations of these images very quickly. All right, that's the cool thing, is you can change a little bit in your image prompt. All of a sudden, you have a brand new image that's a little bit better, a little more refined. It expresses your idea even that much better. Where if you were to do that, in a traditional fashion, you would have to start all over, start a new painting. In this case, we can just simply change the image prompt a little bit, then a little bit different results that we want. So let's get on and start our art lesson. Okay, so I'm looking towards the screen because my screen is off to the side, and so if you see the side of my head, I'm looking at the screen. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to read the screen. Okay, let's get started. I know that I use Midjourney. Let's get past the little ad. Okay, now set up our Midjourney account. So what you can do is you can click on this Midjourney. That's take you over to this other screen. All right, it's going to take you to the Midjourney screen. It looks like a weird early 80s website, but believe me, it's very powerful. So what you do is you click on the join the beta. Join the beta, whether you're on a mobile device or you're on a PC or a Mac, it all works pretty much the same. It's going to ask you to join the Discord server. So if I were to click on this, all right, so there's your invitation to join the Discord service or server. I'm in incognito mode because I'm already logged in. So it says that I don't have permission to join. Give me a poop emoji. But you will have a thing that says join Discord. And so if you're on your mobile device, it will take you to the app store or the app place where you download your apps. Then it will download Discord. The invitation to the Midjourney Discord group will be in that app. You just log in with your email password. You'll be in your Discord server. Then you follow the next step in the process. If you're on a PC, you see a screen that looks like this, which is your Midjourney dashboard. This is not the actual Discord server. What this is, the dashboard. And so this is where your images are going to be archived. After you create your images, they'll be archived here, but you create them on the Discord server. So to access the Discord server, there's a little icon down here to the bottom left of your screen. If you log in with a mobile device like an iPhone, you click on the Discord icon on your phone, you log into your Discord server, you're going to already be a member of Midjourney. You'll be in the next screen already, but this is for people on their PC or Mac. They logged into midjourney.com. This is what you'll see. So in this case, you click on go to Discord, okay? Down here at the bottom left. You see where I'm pointing? Okay. So you go to Discord for people on their mobile device. This is the screen that you're on. You have two options when you're in the Discord server. The first option is you see the little link down here that says newbie. So you can enter a newbie room. In the newbie room, it'll allow you to generate these type of images. Put these image prompts in there. But what I like to do is set up my own private room. And so to set up your own private room, you want to go to the very top here where you have this little people icon. You click on that people icon and this menu show up to the right of your screen. It's very similar on the mobile app as well, the Discord mobile app. You're going to click down here where it says Midjourney bot. When you do, this little window opens up. You hit add to server. All right, once you do that, it asks you a couple questions. So on the next screen, it say, what's the name of your server? You click this little arrow, select the name of your server, which is your username. Mine is Allan Roberts. You hit continue on that menu. Then you're going to come down here. These are all be checked. That's fine. Just leave those checked. Then click on authorize. Then your room will be set up. Okay. And so what you will see when your room is set up is a little icon will show up above this little Midjourney logo here. You see your server set up right there. So you click on that. That will take you to your private server area. This is where we do all our artwork today, okay? Do it in your own private area. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at gallanroberts.com. You go to the home page, you can set up a calendar appointment with me where we can talk on the phone. I can walk you through any problems that you're running into if you run into any problems, okay? So don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions. The best way to do that. You can also reach me on Facebook. You can type in G. Allan Roberts on your Facebook, then reach out to me through Messenger on Facebook. That's another way to get a hold of me. Let me know. The first thing to do is going to go down to the bottom of your chat window, type in settings. So I'm going to do that live right now. Go to the bottom of our Discord chat, type in settings right there. You also can click on it here and you hit enter. When you do, open up this window right here. In your settings, you want to make sure that it's on MJ. Whoops, my picture just came up. All right, it's on MJ4, right? Base quality is fine. Then don't click on anything there. Regular upscale is fine. Then you want to make sure that remix is clicked. All right, so make sure this is on. Once you click it, the settings are set. I put dog as Superman, so I'll go over to my Discord server, type that in. Do the / then imagine. You see it pop up right here above the box. Just click on that. Then there's a little prompt box that opens up here. Then you just simply put in words. I put dog as hero. I'll put a space there. All right, so this is what it brought back. So yours should look similar to this. You see a series of buttons below the image. Number 1 is the top left. Number 2 is the top right. Number 3 is the lower left. Number 4 is the lower right. And so that's what these buttons mean down here is 1, 2, 3, 4. V stands for new variations. You would click on that. It would render you different variations of that image right there at number 1 slot. U stands for upscale. This is an upscale image of the thumbnail version that it did down here on a different prompt. You just type in imagine, then type in whatever words you want in your prompt. Now go from that basic prompt, show you how to refine that prompt to get different results. So you have the option to create different variations by clicking one of those 4 buttons, or you can upscale it. Let's talk about some of the parameters that you can set on your prompt. So these are little additions that you put on your prompt. So the first one is AR, which stands for aspect ratio. AR is typically, the default is 1:1. So if you do a 1:1, you get a square image. If you want a landscape image, you do a 3:2. Then if you want a portrait image, you do a 2:3. And so those are the basic aspect ratios that we deal with in this lesson. You need to know how to grab the URL to an image. Pick an image here. I'll choose this image. I'm going to click on it. That's open it up bigger on the screen. Then I'm click on open browser. When I do that, it gives me this in the new browser tab. So this is the full size image. Come up here to the URL and copy that. So you can hit copy right there. Or you can click on the image, copy right here. Copy image address right there. That's going to give you this dog image. If you go back to our box here, we can paste that in the box right there. Use that later on, that process of copying the URL, pasting it. There are some preset effects that you can get inside of the chat. Grab this prompt right here, hit copy over to our chat box here, type in imagine, paste in our prompt, hit enter, we'll wait for it to render. Okay, here's our final render of our new piece of artwork. All we did was type in that prompt. You can see the four different variations that we had come up with. So if you wanted to be creative, you could change the description there, then just put Synth Wave. If you put that Synth Wave in there in the prompt, it's going to create this effect, this neon purple, blue, pink effect, green effect. The same thing is true with the Duotone here. You could put whatever you want the object to be. I put deer, buck in forest, Duotone, and put the colors that you want to put there. So you could be green, orange, or whatever colors you want to put there. And take two colors, make an image out of those two colors so you can see the deer image. Another cool one is this very long prompt right here. It's the 90s point-click 16-bit adventure game. I put alligator playing video games in arcade. You can put whatever you want in there and follow it with the 1990s point-click 16-bit adventure game. This is what it gave me on the output. So you can give that a try. At that point, you can pause the video and do this for yourself. Another cool effect is this 32-bit isometric effect. Again, you just put in the type of isometric room that you want to create. I put Artist Studio with canvas, painting supply. It gave me that. I don't really see the canvas, but I see a computer, different things there. I don't really see the art supplies, but anyways. Oh, there's some on the floor there. Another one you can do is called Fantasma, iridescence. And so I put motorcycle woman driver on city street sunset. It gives you this really cool effect. The purples, the blues, the motion blur. This one's really cool. It's called diagrammatic drawing. And put in the object. You could put an animal. It could be any type of object in there. I put a plane with missiles, drawing, then AR 3x2. Then the watercolor sketch is a cool one too. I put a cowboy on horse overlooking river valley. This is what I got. Then the stained glass is another one. Stained glass window. And so this turns whatever object into a stained glass window. I put young girl's face holding flowers. This is what I got. Kind of creepy a little bit, but got flowers and roses in the face. But that's a stained glass window effect. This one's really cool. This is called the style of Charlie Harper. I put the National Park poster of Yosemite with deer, buck foreground, mountains in background in the style of Charlie Harper. This is what it outputted. So you can see that you can get a lot of cool effects with some very simple prompts. This is a picture of myself. You can upload it by just dragging it into the window. So let's show you how to do that. I put a picture of my face right here. All I'm going to do is take that image, so you can find an image on your computer, just drag it into the window, hit enter, uploaded that to the server, then you click on it, you click on open browser, you right click, hit copy address, then use that as an image prompt. Copy this image prompt in there in just a second. See what we get. Take your own face, then You go down here, expand this window again. Go down here, type in imagine. Go ahead and click on it. Paste in our image, the URL to our image right there. A little space there. Then come over here, copy this prompt right here. Copy, paste it in right there. Wait for it to render. Okay, here's what I got with that prompt. You can see how similar, different it is from the one in the tutorial. You can see that it kept a lot of the characteristics of my face from the image prompt. Doesn't look exactly like me, but it's close. So you can do the same thing. Again, you can use the same image prompt that you had before. You can create a different style of image using the style of Charlie Harper. Then the different aspect ratios, a 2:3 instead of a 3:2. Get this, it's more of a poster superhero style. So all we did was change the style that it used. So another way that we can use an image is by uploading two images. You can download these images. These images came from a royalty-free website, so you're free to download the images right from the web. Use those inside your prompt. You add those just like we added the other images. You download these to your desktop, or you can use the URLs right here in the prompt itself. If you want to do it, just copy the URLs right here. It will get the same results as if you were uploaded and copied the URLs yourself. So save yourself a step. Just copy this prompt exactly as it is written right here. Paste it in. Wow, you get this crazy looking dinosaur horse. And so your version of this dinosaur horse is probably a little different. Like I said, it renders unique images every time you do it. So you can see how you can combine two images that you have into a hybrid version of whatever those two photos are. Now here's another thing we can do. So copy this prompt right here. We're going to put a dripped color paint splatter on canvas, dash 3.2. Get 4 variations of this splatter. This is the one I chose. You can choose a different one. You can choose a different animal. If you don't want a face of a cat, you want a face of a kangaroo, or whatever you want to put in there. You can put face of a cat looking into the camera. You'll get similar image to this cat here. Choose the best one that fits your needs. Then take the URLs from those two images, get this similar image. So I added an additional one more of the splash color on the canvas because the first rendering didn't have enough color in it. So I wanted more of it. These are the 4 images that it gave me. You could simply just copy in this prompt. You'll get a similar result that you see here with the same cat. But this is what I did, is I just copied the URL to this image, the URL to that image, and put it in there as a prompt. This is the one I liked the most, was this one right here. You saw that in a different image at the top of the screen. So that is the basics of the prompt. So we know how to create prompts from text. We know how to create prompts, images from URLs, combining URLs. Doing so far, it's not very difficult. It doesn't really get any more difficult than what we've done. So don't worry, I'm not going to put on any more difficulty. I just want to talk about 2 more parameters. The quality score. The quality is default at 1, but it can range from 0 to 2 in version 4, which is the one that we're using. And stylized can go from 1 or 0 to 1,000. So the more stylized is the more freedom that you give Midjourney to work with your image. So the higher the number, the more freedom that you have, that Midjourney has to do variations on the prompt that you give it. Then I want to talk about the multi-point or the weight. symbol, which is the double colon. The double colon. It looks like this right here. I'm not even sure I'm on the camera. It looks like this right here, where you get the element, then double colon, then give it a value. So the value here is 3, the value there is 5. So we're going to go into advanced prompt engineering. And so prompt engineering, it has 3 parts. Basically, it's the image URL, or the image part of the prompt, so the words that describe the image. Then we have text prompt or ideas, what that object is doing. Then we have the arguments, style, preference options. So this is where we add the AR.Q or -Q-S if we want to increase the detail of which we rendered the image. So the first thing we need to do is set the pre-suffix inside of the, the pre-suffix, add the seed 1. This will keep our images the same as we go through and change the prompts. So we talked about this earlier about getting the seed to a particular image, but we're going to use the seed just so that it keeps the same seed number all the way through as we're doing it. So first thing we need to do is change the suffix down here, which is just adds the seed so that we have a consistent image throughout. And so I just typed in /pref suffix, then gave it the value of seed 1, hit enter. Over here, hit enter. Now seed 1 is set, and so that gives us the suffix, which is at the very end of our prompt. That will keep our image similar throughout. So we can see we got a lettuce leaf here. So if we go back to our prompt, that's our face, it's a dog. So now we want to add a little more detail to this. This image is good, but now refine it by adding some styles. So we want to add more of a photography look. So we just simply copy prompt here, type in imagine, and I'm going to put in our new prompt, enter, for it to render. Here's what we got. It's more of a photography look. You can see it has some lighting effects, it has some water droplets, so it gives a little more photography look. So now back on the page, and so what we're doing is refining this image so we get the results they're looking for. This is how we're building our prompt. So the next step is to add these multi-point or the weights. So to add a weight, you put the colon and the number. So we have 5 on this weight, so we want to give more weight to the actual object or image. And put this on the style, so on the photography. So this is the result from doing that, is that we get a little more refinement of the object. We still keep the style of the photography. Now we're going to add a little more detail. We notice we got 3 weights here. So we got the original object, the leaf with mustard. Then we got food photography, and well-lit, award-winning photograph, appetizing composition. Then we weight of 3, so we got weights 4, 5, and 3. So the object is 5, the photograph style is 4, and the composition, we want the vegetable to look more appetizing. So we can see that added more vein detail. So this is not complicated. This is pretty easy. Now we're going to copy this in there. This just gives it more detail as far as the style details that we want to bring out in our image. So we tell it what type of camera to use, what aperture, what shutter speed, what ISO, professional lighting setup, Photoshop. So when we do that, we can see that it has a richer color to it, and it really starting to pop off the screen. It has more definition to all the details. We can use the same prompt. We can use the same prompt for a different object. So in this one, I changed the leaf, the lettuce leaf to mustard to a soft serve ice cream on a waffle cone with a drip melted ice cream running down the side of the cone. This is just something I made up. I just made this up, applied the same weights, the styles that we had already created. All I did was change the object. This is what it came up with. So it has the same feeling, style. Then I noticed that there were some grainy elements in this photograph and some smoke stuff that didn't look very appetizing for ice cream. This one, it took the smoke away, added this blue highlight behind it. It doesn't have that weird grainy texture to the ice cream just because I added some negative prompts here. So I wanted to take away the dim, blurry, boring, generic, unappetizing, simple. I put a -2 weight, and grainy, smoky, also a -1. So that's what I did there. Again, if we applied our new changes to the lettuce leaf, this is how that looks. So you can see how rich this image looks, how detailed, how the light is just bouncing off this lettuce leaf. The water droplets have all these little highlights on them, the reflection, just all the little details from this simple prompt, right? And you're getting the same results. If you put this into your prompts area, you'll get the same results. So now we can save it as this new prompt that we created. We can just save this as a prompt. Anytime that we want to refer back to it, we just have to enter the name of the prompt. And so what we do is we go down to the chat box. We put preferred option set, then give it a name, then tab one more time, give it the value that we have set. Just take the value, remove the object information, just make sure it's got the weight, then the rest of it can be pasted in there. So I already copied this up here. So what you do is you just copy this to right there after mustard. Copy. Now you can save this as your own preference. So I'm going to go over here, click down this little box, the chat box, put preferred option set, click on that, type in food, hit the tab key. Up here it says value, click on that, click on value, and paste in the values that we copied from the other thing. So now, anytime we want to refer to this prompt, all right, so let's make up something new. Let's say some kind of food, something I can spell. Apple. Type in imagine. My new prompt is going to be apple slices with cream. Then I'm going to do the dash food. See what we get. The style information is put into our prompt. Let's create apple slices with cream. Give us 4 examples of that. Let's see what happens. So this is our apple slices with cream. It's got a little milk jug there. It's got some, looks like a stick of cinnamon. It's got some berries on this lower left one. It's got, looks like a cut mango. I like the top right one. I like the way it's splashing. That's what I imagined it being, but I imagine more slices there. The top left one has a flower for some reason. I don't know what that's about. The bottom, it's got this zebra pattern in the background. It's whipped cream. I like the pie. I like the pie in the lower left there. I like the pie. I'm just not sure about the mango or peach, whatever that is, with the apple, because I just said apple. There you go. That's the different styles that you can create in there. And instead of creating all these styles yourself, obviously it takes a little bit of back and forth practice to do this, but it was not hard. Here's an example of how I applied that style, the dash food style, to a taco. I said beef top taco. What I've done for you is I have 25 of these preference options sets. You can download this. All I ask is that you join my free membership. You don't have to buy anything. It's free to download. You just go to the button on this website, gallanroberts.com, click on the free membership mini course. You go to the resource section inside the mini course. You get instant access. You just enter your email. I can actually show you that right now. At the very bottom of the page. You click on that link right there. You can see my mug right there. You click on this box. You enter your name, email in there. You get instant access. You can download this right from the browser window. Okay, now it's going to. What do you get with these 25 prompts? Okay, simply by adding the prompt at the end of your object, you're going to get these different styles here. I'll go through them one by one. Hold on. Goodness, there's a lot of them. Okay. So here's what you get. All these different preference styles. And so the first one is called portrait. And so I put young woman in stone castle room. Here are the outputs from that. These are beautiful pictures. Again, it's just from the prompt. So it picked its own face style. It's a beautiful woman, young woman in stone castle. Same words and different prompts. So this one's the photo prompt. This puts a surreal prompt, but it's more of a photographic look. This one's called paint prompt, and so this kind of puts things in columns, frames. So it's a painting prompt. Here's a cartoon style, so you just put dash cartoon. And so whatever your object is, it's like a cartoon character out of that, very exaggerated cartoon, photographic looking, anime looking thing. T-shirt, this one's going to create a t-shirt design, so it's going to be very graphic, abstract. I told it to put the paint splashes in there. So you can put whatever prompt you want in there. Just put whatever you want in there for a t-shirt design. It's going to create a t-shirt by doing dash t-shirt. Dash ink is really cool. It has all this information in there. Colors, ink styles. That's really cool. There's this vector one. This is very graphic style. Lots of lines, curves, layers. This one is called pet. It puts a pet in different situations. So you can definitely have fun with that. This one is called product. I put mousetrap with new design. So here's new designs that I came up with for a mousetrap. It's pretty cool. You could probably use this for a lot of different things. This is the food one that we just created. So the same process that we used is used to create all these different styles here. This is the room style. So I put the music hall spotlight. It's cool. It's got all this wood grain details in it. This one is called character. So all I did is put strong man lifting weights, dash character. This is what I came up with. Here's the landscape one. So you can create beautiful landscape images. Surreal, I just gave it some random objects, space, clock, dead trees. This is what I came up with. Surreal style. It's got those muted colors. This is called the abstract style. So I put wet paint drips, bright colors, and so I definitely did that. That's really cool. Logo style. Now, Midjourney doesn't do fonts, it doesn't do words for obvious reasons because people could manipulate it so that it probably could make a rendering of money or something like that, or some other copyrighted thing, then it would get in trouble. So it doesn't do words, but it gives a simulation of words. You can use this as you can Photoshop the words out and put your own words in there. But here's a logo for a maid service or a cleaning person. I like macro. Macro is really cool. So it puts things in this rounded fisheye type lens, just a different low perspective of things, how a bug might see the world. Here's the future. So all I do is tell it man, woman standing, street corner, standing next to a vehicle in the city of decay. This is what I came up with. So this one really is up to your imagination. The AI does the rest of the work. I've never seen a vehicle like that before. I couldn't imagine a vehicle like that. The AI came up with vehicles like this, just out of its imagination. I would probably in 100 years would I ever draw something that looked like that. I never thought of a vehicle that looked like that. And so these just drew all these different vehicles. Then the clothes of the future, I guess that's how the clothes look in the future. I don't know. So you could do backgrounds for video games or whatever that you like to do. Here's another cool one, website. Website makes a mock website of whatever you put in there. So if you want a food website or whatever, this is a maid service website. Here's what it came up with. I like the top left one. I like the top left one there. This was the building one. This is a futuristic building. Again, I would have never come up with these building designs in a million years. Oh, that's cool. I like the sharp lines and all the little details that it puts in the building. This one's fabric. This puts a really elaborate pattern in the fabrics. Look at the window in that top left. The window is so detailed. It's got this frosted glass look. The mountains in the background of this other one, and then the trees. Just a lot of detail. This is charcoal. I just put young girl's face, loving eyes. So if you point out a certain feature, it's focused on that feature. So that's why I put eyes, so that I would have the eyes pretty dominant in the picture. Luxury brand yacht. So this is a emblem for a yacht manufacturer or company. Just look at the detail in this emblem. That is amazing. It's amazing. Oh, scrolling is lackluster here. All right, this one's called the thumbnail. So I have young woman in stone castle room with a shocked look on her face. It gave me an angry look. So you never know what the Midjourneys give you as an output, but she has more of an angry look than a shocked look. It's still fun to look at. Microscope. I put particle accelerator, bright explosion. I couldn't think of anything else. I put microscope after it, dash microscope. This is what it came up with. Just amazing. All the detail of this cell or whatever it is. Proton getting annihilated by something exploding. Just amazing detail. Colors. The Cybertruck. So I put this is the infographic one. It has all these little bullet points and things around it. The object creates a cool 3D object. I really like this one. It's called Painting 2. So dash Painting 2. Just look at the style of this painting. I really like this one. Just the art, the line work, the flow of things, the way it flows, the object, the lighting. That's a really good one. You could have a lot of fun with that one. Oh my goodness, look at the detail on this thing. I put King's Throne in Castle, ornate. This is what it gave me. Just a ton of detail. I couldn't even come up with this if I tried. There's no way I could even draw this, or I would get lost in all that detail. I would give up halfway through. Then fiber is the last one in the list here. fiber. I put book bag for hiking because I thought it had something to do with cloth, but this turned out pretty cool. It's kind of this neon fiber look. You could do a landscape or whatever. You could grassy field with fiber. Probably put this all over the field. So there you go. You can have those presets. You can get them off just for the cost of your email address. That's it. That's the total. You are now certified. You're now certified in generating prompts for Midjourney. You're now an artist. So congratulations. Was that difficult or was it easy? I think it was easy. You didn't have to go to years of school to learn how to do this. You simply just copied some prompts, know how to set up your preferences so that you can call these prompts up at any time, get really cool images just by changing the object in the prompt, maybe some action words, some descriptive words about that prompt, and see what you can come up with. Give you different styles to use. You can have these all to use, and so I wish you luck here creating your own images. Really what I wanted from this tutorial, what this video is all about, is connecting with you on a deeper level, on a more personal level. AI is cool, but AI is AI. You can't really connect with AI like you can with a person. So I hope that I come across as somebody that can help you find things. That's what I wrote this book all about, was Retire Younger, was helping people with health, wealth, and relationships. And so if I can help you in any of those ways, don't hesitate to contact me either on Facebook or go to my website, set up a phone call. I'd love to connect with you, see how I can guide you in the right direction, just like we did with this tutorial. I guided you through the whole process. The same thing can be done with health, wealth, and relationships. I help people become the best version of themselves. That's what I do. That's what I encourage others to do. If you're sick of your 9 to 5, I can show you how to develop cash flow incomes online, eventually retire from those passive cash flow incomes that you generate from your online business or through real estate or other opportunities. I hope that you use the life funnel system that I have set up for you inside the free membership area. Go through the life funnels, see how you can apply that in your life. If you want a better job, if you want more freedom, you want to generate an extra cash flow outside of work so that you can eventually retire from your 9 to 5, then check that out. I know there's a lot of valuable information in that training in my free membership area. If you want to upgrade to the pro version, I upload the latest videos in the pro version. It can help you one-on-one achieve the goals that you want to set for yourself. So until the next video, I'll see you then. But before I do, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I upload daily videos on how to establish cash flow income for yourself. Go to my website at gionroberts.com and sign up for my free mini course where I give you step-by-step directions on how to establish this framework in my business. So go to gionroberts.com and sign up for free today. I look forward to talking to you soon. If you like the information in this video, then you're going to love this video right here. Go ahead and click on it now. Thank you for watching to the very end of this video. I'll see you in the next episode.